there is a canine unit who's here, and they are going to do something. I told them they couldn't turn the dog loose on me, though I think he was hoping to. But they're going to do some kind of a demonstration here, and then our Marine you will never recognize. We'll be back. So the canine unit is on. Officer?
I'm going to hide.
Hello, everybody. I'm Paul Kukuka with the Montgomery County Police Canine Section, and I know you're wondering where the dog is, right? He's in the air-conditioned car. I'm going to explain a little bit about our unit, and then I'm going to turn it back over to Bill, and I'll get the dog, and we'll do a meet and greet, and we'll do a little demonstration for you. We have 28 canine dogs in the Montgomery County Police Department, and 20 police officers handle those dogs. We have 2 bloodhounds, 4 explosive detectors, 2 gun dogs, and the rest are cross-trained to do narcotics and patrol work. Now let me explain to you what patrol work is. Patrol work basically is the dog that I have. His name is Canine Saber. He is a German Shepherd. He came from the Czech Republic. I got him when he was 11 months old. And they stay with us. They become part of our family. He's 7.5 now. He is my 4th police dog that I've had with the canine unit. His job is to track down our suspects that we have out here. His job is to do building searches. His job is also to look for evidence. Now you can see there's a common theme here. We use them primarily for their nose. And what they do is they smell the skin cells of people. And those skin cells are called rafts. And they're dropping off people as you sit right now, millions of them. And that's what they're smelling. They're smelling those skin cells. So when we go into the building in the middle of the night, maybe there's a school alarm off, they can do such a tremendous quicker job at actually searching that building than an officer can. Because an officer can't see if somebody's behind a door, but the dog can smell somebody behind the door. We also look for missing children. The Canine Saber looks for missing children, missing adults. Our bloodhounds primarily are for that function when we have someone that goes missing, but the canine dogs that we have also can search for those missing individuals. They also do track work, as I said. The track work is basically following the scent trail of suspects that they leave when they commit a crime and they leave the area. And Canine Saber is also cross-trained to do narcotics detection. So he can smell all the different types of drugs that are on the street that are illegal right now. So our officers call us occasionally to do vehicle searches or building searches when they serve search warrants, looking for drugs as well. So I'm going to turn the mic back over to Bill, and I'm going to get Canine Saber. The only thing that I ask you to do is that, remember, he is a police working dog, so just stay where you're at. I'll bring him over to you. He is a friendly dog, but he's a police dog, remember. So before you reach your hand out there, just make sure it's okay with me. Thank you.
I was never an engineer. Don't know how to work these things. At any rate, while he's doing that, we are going to have a drawing. We have had some merchants in the area who were generous enough to provide us with some gifts to give out. And the first one is from Giant Foods. And it's a $25 gift card. And somebody has the cards over there. Do you have them? Oh, somebody had them. Well, we're going to draw that as soon as we find where the cards went to. And we also have one from Panera. Panera Breads, who's donated a year supply, or actually it's one loaf of bread a month for the next year. Vito Pizza has also donated some gift cards, which we are going to auction, not auction off, but have a drawing fund for. There was no charge for this. This is not a raffle, so we're well within the law. But eventually that's going to happen, and here comes the police dog who's going to start sniffing for the cards, so that we won't lose any of them. He looks enthusiastic. He looks overly enthusiastic. I'm staying up here. I'm going to let you take it where you are now, not have me interfering with you.
This is Canine Saber. Like I explained to you, he came from the Czech Republic, and what's ironic is my name is pronounced Kukuchka, and it's also from the Czech. We get all our dogs from overseas. Saber, no. Saber. We get all our dogs from overseas. They come from Europe. When we bring them here, they're anywhere from the age of 1 to 3 years of age. We do a medical exam on them. We have the vet check them out for any problems that they have. This breed is very common to have hip dysplasia. So we check them out. We make sure that they're in good shape. And when they are, we take them onto our training program, which is 14 weeks. We train the police dogs to do those functions of patrol work. At the end of that 14 weeks, we like to work them at least a year on the street before we do a cross-training of them to do narcotics. And that, believe it or not, is only 8 weeks. It only takes 8 weeks for them to learn the different smells and scents of controlled dangerous substances. They come home with us. They're part of our family. I have children which are a lot older now, but when I came into the unit, they were very small, and they recognize that. And they mingle, and they're very sociable animals. We don't like them when they're nasty. Canine Saber has been with me, like I explained, since he was 11 months old, and he's 7.5 now. He will probably work to the age of about 10.5 years of age, is usually what a German Shepherd works till. The other breed of animal that we have in our unit that does patrol work is what we call Belgian Malinois. I don't know if anybody has heard of that kind of breed. Has anybody here heard of a Belgian Malinois? Yes, ma'am? They look very similar to the Shepherd. They're shorter hair. Their muzzle's a little bit smaller as well. Now, what I'm going to demonstrate is a 14-week training program. The obedience of a canine is extremely important. These dogs that we have do not act on their own. They act with a command. The only time that they are allowed to react on their own is to a threat to the handler. If anybody were to come up to me and attack me, and if Saber was out of the vehicle, they would come to the assistance of me without any type of verbal command from me. Other than that, everything is done by command. When I ask Saber to track, he goes into a tracking harness, and he knows that means we're going to track. We're going to look for some ground disturbance. We're going to look for scent on the ground, and that's what his job is. He's going to track. When I ask him to do an article search, I'm going to give the command to do an article search, and that's what he's going to perform. He's going to, with his nose, try to smell that air that's different, that has scent on it from a human being, and he's going to locate that. When I ask him to do a building search, it's the same thing. It's a command to find somebody in the building. He also does attack work, which means he will go after a violent felon for us as well. If someone committed unarmed robbery, for example, and they were fleeing in the field, and we gave them the opportunity to surrender, they were armed, let's say, and he didn't surrender to us. Canine Saber can travel up to 35 miles an hour, not at a sustained speed, but enough that he can run faster than any human being right now, and he can take him down and apprehend him for us until we get up to that suspect and take him into custody. So, what I have out here is a sleeve. What we use the sleeve for is for our apprehension work for the dog. When the sleeve is on, and you guys, after the demo, I'll leave it out. You can feel it. It's like a pillow, but it's very condensed. The material, it protects the arm from actually getting punctured from the dog's canine teeth. But he knows when the sleeve is on that we're going to do, an apprehension phase of work. So I'm going to ask any volunteers that would like to take an apprehension. I just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you. But I certainly would do it to one of my own coworkers. Lieutenant, would you like to come over here and take a hit from Saber? Sure. Come on over here. Lieutenant, now the lieutenant here has no experience with our police dogs, so I think he's a little bit intimidated right now, but we'll try to get him over that.
All I wanted was a hot dog and
Now, Lieutenant, there's a handle in there. Can you feel it? Do you have it? Okay. If you just stand there and put the sleeve out like that, I'll bring him close enough so that the impact is not severe. Okay. And then when I tell you to let go, just let go of the sleeve, and he'll take the sleeve with him. Okay. You ready, sir? Yeah. Okay. All right. Come on. Good job. Saber does not work for any food reward. Saber works for praise, and he works for his favorite toy, which is that tennis ball that I just showed you. He really loves this thing. When the sleeve is out, he loves the sleeve as well, but he really works for the praise of the attention from me. In this little team of ours, the dogs run in packs, and Canine Saber, there's always an alpha in the pack, and I'm considered his alpha, his boss, and he knows that. But we work together, we ride around together, and when he retires, the county will sign over ownership to the handler. So he'll live the life of Riley with me at my residence and the family. So what I'm going to demonstrate now a little bit is Canine Saber's, a little bit of his obedience, what he has. It might look simple. To the kids, you might call it tricks. We call it part of the obedience phase. Saber's going to walk to my left side. He's going to walk to my left because my weapon is on my right. If an officer were left-handed, it would be the other way around. So when we do the healing phase, he's always going to stay on my left. Say, heel, heel. Now, I'm not pulling him or tugging him. Heel. Say, heel. 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 Good boy, good boy. That's a good boy. He stays on my left-hand side. He follows me around. He's very distracted with that sleeve over there. But that's as simple as that looks. It takes a lot to accomplish that. To get Saber to stay on the left-hand side or the right-hand side and follow you around. We do it on lead. We do it off. Do a little what we call our distance control. We leave the dog, we walk away a little bit. We can get really all the way up to 50 feet away. We like to stay in visual contact with them, and I'll give you some commands that we can do. Down. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. It was by hand and voice. If you notice, the down command was just basically put my hand down. The sit command was basically putting my hand back up. And then the verbal commands, sit and down. A lot of people say to their dogs, sit down. Well, that's two commands to us. You gotta let the dog know which one you want him to do. So we don't say that to our dogs. We don't say sit down because it's a two command exercise for canine safety. The reason we have this is because we might be in a situation where we really can't verbally communicate with our dog, but we want him to do it by hand. And if he follows the hand commands, he can do that. My car, you're welcome to look at the car afterwards. I'll walk over there and do a meet and greet with Canine Saber and show you the car. The car is actually equipped with a lot of very expensive equipment. Montgomery County takes care of us very well here with the cars. We have it's ironically called a hot dog system. It's a hot dog. Basically, the car is equipped with a heat sensor and a carbon monoxide sensor inside the vehicle. That car is running almost 24/7 when I'm working, especially on a day like today. It's very hot out here, and you can only imagine if I were to walk away from that car for 10 minutes and that car's engine were to go shut down, that car would get very, very hot inside. So that sensor actually pages my phone to let me know that the alarm is off. The heat has risen to a point where it's dangerous for the dog. You need to get back to your car. It has an audible alarm. The siren will sound, the horn will flash, the lights will come on to the vehicle. It will also automatically roll the back two windows down. They will both come down automatically. There is a fan that's on the back window. That fan will kick on to give a cross breeze inside the vehicle long enough so I can get back to the car and find out what the issue is. It also has a hot pop system, which means if I was on a stop, let's say a traffic stop, and someone assaulted me and I needed assistance, and there wasn't another officer around to give me that assistance, immediately I can press the device that's on my belt, the back door will pop open automatically, and he will come to my rescue. Because when we're on traffic stops, Canine Saber is constantly looking out the front at me and sees and watching what I'm doing. Is there any questions I can answer really quick? Yes, sir.
He's going to be retired.
He's going to be retired probably around 10 years of age, give or take a couple months. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, the lady asked me where he stays. He stays at home. The county provides a kennel for Canine Saber. The county also provides the food and the medical. It is Montgomery County's dog. They own the dog. I'm just the caretaker of that dog. But it's special because he's my partner. We don't have partners in our cars. And Canine Saber, he is my partner. So I keep calling him Precious to the other officers or my little pumpkin, and they all laugh at me. But he is. He is my partner. I've had him for, since he was 11 months old. And I love what I do and the work that I do. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Yeah, after retirement, what would be his plan?
Yeah, his retirement is basically to live very comfortably the rest of his life. Dogs of his size, German Shepherds, they only really live till about 13 years of age. That is an average. Some of them live a little longer, but and some a little shorter. But 13 is about the age. He'll retire at around 10 years of age. Sometimes they work till about 11. The Belgian Malinois breed, they usually work till about the age of 11. Those dogs are very high-strung. They're high-energy dogs. They're a little bit thinner in weight in class as well. So when he retires, I will take ownership of him, and he will become our pet at the house. Yes, ma'am.
When he retires, will you get another dog?
When he retires, will I get another dog? Probably not, because I've reached the pinnacle of my career. I'm working on my 32nd year in Montgomery County Police Department. So it's going to be very close. But I would probably give that opportunity to another officer in our department to work a dog. Because I'll probably only have maybe a year and a half left. He'll be retired, and I wouldn't train 14 weeks to train a dog to get him up to par and then leave the department. That wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair for the dog either. Well, thank you very much. I'll be right over here for a while. I'll be hanging out. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
The answer to your question, Abdul, is he has a 401k and a bunch of savings certificates. One of our local merchants, the store is called Unleashed by Petco, has donated, you see things over here, some bowls and treats and so forth to the Montgomery County Canine Department, Canine Unit. And they're available to you. They can take them home. And I already tried the treats. They're very good. If you remember before, we introduced a young lady to you, and I said she was going to do a costume change and then return. And she is about to do that now. It is a great pleasure for us to introduce Pamela Lander, who is going to do flamenco dancing. I'm going to work without the stand, if they give me some sound here. I just want to remind you that there is plenty of food. We had thought that there would be more people today, but I guess the heat drove them in. There's plenty of food, there's plenty of beverages. Please feel free. We are going to work out a drawing here. As soon as they tell me how we're going to do it, we're going to do it. But this is basically the program that we have put together for today. What other community can you go to and get dancing and get police and fire and county executives and so forth? We do it up right in here. Our treasurer, Abdul Qadri, has asked for a moment to speak. I think he's going to ask for a handout. Abdul, did you want to come up and say something?
Thank you, Bill. My name is Abdul Qadri 2831. On behalf of all of us, I would like to recognize three heroes. Really, three. They walk the talk. They spend nights doing security for us. When there was a problem in some of the houses for drugs, they confronted it. They did not go away. They put their life in danger to protect all of us. So when I knew we'll have this big celebration, I made a long distance call to Egypt, and I asked them, what is the tradition in Egypt? How they recognize heroes? They told me the best thing is authentic papyrus paper, and we have on it the history of the three of them. So I would like to recognize the first one, Bill Hebem. The second one, I would like to recognize Pete Pitopoulos. Where's Pete? The third one, I would like to recognize two people together, which is they open their house as situation room. We used to meet on a daily basis without notice at 11 o'clock at night, at 10 o'clock at night, and they never really felt uncomfortable. They always welcomed us. They offered us the food. They offered us their time and their house. I would like to recognize Mike and Janice Boudou. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abdul. There is one gentleman I would like you all to meet. We just changed property management companies here on August 1st. And we now are happily with Aberus Realty, who's over in Rockville. Adam Landsman is now our property manager and responsible for us. We're responsible for him. I'd like to introduce him and give him an opportunity to say a few words.
Thank you, Bill, and thank you everyone for being here. You have a lovely community, and although I've only been here a month, I've had the opportunity to meet many of you and visit you in your homes, and I look forward to a lot of productive years for this community. Our company was founded in Rockville in this community in 1975. We do community management for townhouses and condominium HOA communities throughout the Montgomery County and Washington, D.C. area. We manage approximately 150 communities like this, and we are very proud to count you as the newest member of our portfolio. If you need anything, if you have any questions, any concerns, you can always reach out to me. If you haven't met me yet, please come and say hello and introduce yourself. I have cards, and look forward to many happy years with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. That completes really the program here. I'd like you to get to know each other if you haven't already met. Talk to the folks next to each other to get to know who we are. I see my brother and my daughter just introduced themselves. It's about time after all these years. But the important part is building a sense of community. So do it. There's food. Thank you to all the police officers who have been here today, to the firefighters who've been here, and thank you again for the great job that you do for us. And thank you, all of you.
Why don't want to ask everyone to stop by Ruth's Long Shot booth and write their name or their house number on an index card, and we'll draw in 15
Okay.
minutes as soon as everybody's done.
So that we give away all of the prizes that were gifts that were given to us by our merchants. If you go over to the table over there, where Ruth is sitting, just put your name and address on a card, on a 3x5 card, and we will draw out those cards, and we will notify you. You need not be present to win. Thank you for coming.
Also, the police and visitors